This is love, this is life, this is good, this is great, this is all that we believe in. All the sun, all the tears, all the prayers, all the tears, we waited on it.
Good afternoon, Samantha. We can say that because we're in English now. We've just got back to the flat.
It's gone very dark suddenly.
Now it's gone light again. And we're not wearing matching sunglasses anymore, as we were, because I'm wearing Ben's. And still wearing my new hat. We're now going to the Red Lion. Oh, actually, no, this is going to be another video, even in the middle of the week, because there's lots of footage in Spain.
This will be a completely different upload.
So I might do Spain for like tomorrow night, and then do this on Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're now going to the Red Lion to meet Meg Bays for a drink on the river.
Because it's sunny and warm in England, unlike in Spain.
So Dad said it was snowing and raining in America.
Oh really?
I was like, I think we both picked bad times to go away.
Well, we could have gone to, you know, Andalusia again, and it would have been fine.
We could have done, but travelling a bit. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go to a cinema with Dina and G to see Beauty and the Beast in IMAX 3D.
Which I haven't seen yet, so I'm very, very excited.
And I'm kind of excited to see it in IMAX 3D because I think it will heighten it, and also excited to not have Mum next to me shouting "Horrible man!" or laughing when someone gets punched.
Really? Was she doing that?
Yep.
Shouting horrible man?
Mum was getting really into it. She was like, there's a bit towards the end when something happens in when they storm the tower,
Yeah.
and Gaston does something. She goes, "Horrible man!"
I don't think the cinema is meant to be a participation
No,
thing.
I don't think she knows.
No.
But yeah, she found it very funny. I think it was when someone got punched.
She thinks she was
found
at
it
the
very
panto.
funny. Yeah. Can't think when it was. Samantha knows when it was that she was laughing, but she like did a proper full-on.
Well, don't talk about it too much. I haven't seen it yet.
No, but I'm just saying, Mum found something funny and something horrible. So
Okay, so it's a very varied film.
yeah.
Good.
Okay, so we're going to just. There's a
Look,
green
butterfly.
butterfly.
Jinx.
We're so butch. Yeah, we're going to go and drink because we haven't done enough of that recently.
No, none at all.
And I've got Dina's sausage in my bag, so that's fine for her.
Yeah.
I've got a sausage in my bag.
I'm wearing my Spanish flag ensemble again as well, just because we're back, just back from Spain. So if this was a film, yellow and red.
And I'm wearing black shoes, black ripped jeans, white t-shirt, black and grey shirt, and a grey hat. So I've gone into black and white now the sun's out. And Ben's gone into colour now the sun's out, so we've just swapped. But I shall speak to you in a little
Should
bit.
be a costume design.
Hello.
again.
It's going to be dark now because it's dark time. I actually spoke to you about 2 hours ago, so.
So it is now 11 o'clock
Ish.
on Tuesday.
Well, this is the start of a new video.
Oh yeah, but I was going to say we woke up this morning at 6 o'clock Spanish time,
Which is 5 o'clock
European
English time.
time, which is 5 o'clock English time.
Yeah, it's
And,
so dark.
Yeah.
Because you can like glimpses of cheekbones.
So it's been a pretty long day.
I'm ready to be at home. We're going to be at home for like half an hour, where we sort of got in, changed, and left again. So I'm excited to go home and take my
been
shoes
out
off at
all
last and
afternoon,
sit.
all night. We went to see Beauty and the Beast in IMAX.
What did you think?
I was so moved by it. I really, really loved it, and I went into it thinking that I wanted to love it because it's one of my favourite Disney films and reminds me a lot of being a kid. And you know, you have that feeling of like you want to be moved by it. Like you go and see a film, and you're like, oh, I kind of want to cry at it. And I thought, oh well, when it started, I was like, probably
Gonna cry.
Probably not going to. And then there's just so many bits which just made me just like,
Well up.
not even well up. I was sobbing, like not sobbing, but like I was screaming
Uncontrollable.
with tears. But I was really like genuinely moved by it.
It was really cool in IMAX though, and 3D.
Yeah, it was like visually.
So if you go see it
amazing.
with Tina, see it in IMAX 3D. Now it's like super bright.
Yeah.
I've gone from a very dark shadow to Casper the Friendly Ghost. Here's Casper. Yeah, go see it in
It's
IMAX
like your
3D.
passport photo.
Really mean. But yes, we're excited to go in, and we're going to try and watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Or potentially, oh, we could do like, oh look, it's us in the mirror. Ah. Oh, Inception. So we like carrying on.
Have you seen Inception?
No, but that's what it's called. Like,
Oh. Yeah, that's why it's, yeah.
I'm not.
No, it
Some
took me
things I
a
know.
while to understand that even when I saw the film.
You can try to watch Drag Race or. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. We can watch Mystery Diners. Unless you'd rather Drag Race.
It's up to you.
Mystery Diners. I like Mystery Diners. If you've got Food Network, about 11 o'clock every night, Mystery Diners comes on, and it's the biggest stage show in the world, where they have these troubled restaurants and they get people in to help it out. And they set up like a stakeout house around the corner with blueprints of the restaurant and cameras everywhere, and people go in. I'm really stuck in my coat. I'm not going to lie. Okay. They put like blueprints and send customers in and employees in on trial shifts. This is not going well. I can't actually get undressed. I'm sorry, I did it. I could have just stopped filming, but I didn't. Yeah, so they send all these like customers and staff in to test what's staying. So they might go, oh, well, we've realised we're missing loads of stock. And then they'll go in and see why. But it's just so fake. So fake. But it's brilliant. I watched one at G's house about drag queens and a drag quiz night. It was just hilariously shit. So yeah, watch that. If not, watch Drag Race on Netflix. It's brilliant. But anyway, we're now going to sit. I'm going to take my shoes off. My feet are doing this. Since I take my shoes off.
You didn't even take your shoes off when we came
No,
home, did you, before?
I wouldn't get them back on again.
So you've had your shoes on since
6 a.m.
6 o'clock this morning?
6 o'clock English time.
Yeah.
Before then, really, 5:45 English time.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, it's 11:20 now. So hard being fabulous. Hello, Samantha. I haven't videoed anything today. It is Wednesday, I think. Wednesday. Ben woke up early and left, and I woke up and he was leaving. And I laid in bed and watched YouTube videos. I did some laundry and then put the video up from Spain, which took an age to organise, like an hour long of footage. So we cut about half it out, but still a bit of a long one, half an hour now. So that's now on there, and this one will be on Friday, I guess, if I can try and get on top of editing it. I'm excited to get my laptop so it'll be easier to sort of do it as I go, instead of doing it on my phone and having to save it all the time. But yeah, I'm now going to have dinner with Tom, as in Tattoo Tom. We're going to go to Warwick Street Social, so I'm now loitering on his corner, because I'm a little bit early. And I'm going to go in and have dinner, which will be nice. But I guess I'll speak to you later on. Hello, Samantha. I feel a bit like I look like a woman.
Hola, chica.
Hola, chica. Ben's still in Spain. I haven't filmed anything today. I think I filmed. That's Tom's key. I think I filmed yesterday as I walked to rehearsals. If I didn't, I went to rehearsals last night. So I worked. I mean, tonight, what do we do, Ben?
So we went to see Sweeney Todd.
Which I know inside out, and Ben's never seen before.
And we got, well, should I lie and say we got sprayed in the face?
We didn't get sprayed in the face.
No, there's a lot of blood, but it was fun.
There was a bit on the bottom of my coat, but it had like these really cool like neck patches, and shoes went down their back, so that they were like actually slitting the neck patch as I was sitting in the throat, which was really cool, which I'd not seen before. But did you enjoy it?
I did. It was. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a fan of the sung-through musical. I prefer to have.
We're really dark.
I prefer to have like individual songs that I can
Like follow a story pattern and have that song that you like instead
Yeah.
of going, well, what song is that? Because that's still the one from half an hour ago, or.
yeah, because and then
And Sweeney as a show, because I know you've seen the film. Sweeney isn't as sung through as Les Mis or Miss Saigon or Phantom, but the ratio between scenes and songs is quite small.
also it does feel like a lot of the songs are kind of
They're there to
Not
push the story on. Can you hold it while I take my coat off?
superfluous is the wrong word. It's more a sense of like you're just using this song to fill up time.
Yeah.
So it's like a song about think of an example. Like
A song about Joanna, which is in it like 4 times.
yeah, like
Which is in the film
it's
twice.
really
Well, once.
not necessary, but then they need it to fill up time, and it's just like, oh, it was written because they could, you know, like when the musical was written, they weren't able to just make a whole thing about the demon barber of Fleet Street.
No.
and therefore they just write loads of other crap. I'm
It was
taking my
cool to
cap off.
see. And Tina, who I don't think you've met, does a lot of mixed voice stuff. She was Mrs. Lovett and she was incredible. Like
She was
absolutely
incredible. She was very funny, and she looked the part, which it sounds like
Yeah.
a really amateur thing to say, but she had the
She
right.
was like embodying Mrs. Lovett.
Yeah, it was really good.
But it was cool to see because I always see Sweeney as like a bit of a comedy, like a dark comedy where you've got Act 2, he's got this lovely reprise of Joanna, where he's talking about his daughter saying, is she beautiful with yellow hair like her, like his wife, and slitting people's throats.
Is that the time?
It's late.
Bloody hell.
Which is hilarious because you've got like murdering people and a lovely romantic song, which in Act 1 is a very romantic song where Anthony's like pining for Joanna's love and all blah blah blah. But I feel like Tina really picked up the comedy because she's like the comic relief of the show. Because everyone else is quite serious, aren't they?
Yeah,
Like in the show, it's all very serious. Obviously it's a very serious show. It touches on very important topics, but
it's very broody and
yeah.
dark.
And even if they have a comic line, they're usually killing people or about to get killed. Whereas Tina's part is literally comedy the whole way through until the end.
Yeah, like she
even-
is the comic relief.
But then you feel sorry for her because she's fooled into thinking, oh, Mr. Todd loves me, I'm going to marry him, we're going to go away to this place. And yes, he's killed his wife, but it's okay because he's moved on to it and doing this lovely waltz, and then suddenly she gets thrown into the oven. So, or tonight she gets strangled. But
I've seen the film, and
I don't know where you are.
I'd forgotten the storyline. Like I remember reading about the Demon Barber of Fleet Street in some book when I was a kid. Then saw Sweeney Todd the film. I think I saw it in the cinema. But then when I saw this, I'd forgotten about the kind of main storyline. Like in my head, it was just the barber kills everyone. But I'd forgotten about the daughter-wife.
Even the film's only got like 10 songs on the show, and you think the show's so sung through. There's so much more plot in the show. Like there's the Judge Turpin having his little masturbation scene and beating himself with a Bible in Tonight.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, so usually it's those Catholic whips.
The
Like in Da Vinci
flatulence. Yeah.
It's like Deliver Me, Release Me, which right towards the end he's got that high falsetto God. And tonight he sort of shook his leg to say, oh, I'm ejaculating.
See, I thought he was just getting hard
Yeah, no, it's like
over his daughter, then he was like, no, stop it.
the first time I did it, Judge Turpin was like in his pants and like proper whipping and stroking, caressing, and it was dark. But that's obviously not in the film. You just see Judge Turpin going, I love my daughter, she's brilliant. You only see it in sort of like she's beautiful way instead of I want to sleep with her. Which is why you need Tina as comic relief, because you've got incest and murder and everything and rape and like in the first 10 minutes there's rape.
Yeah, that was.
Which is in the film, but
Who's
it's
got
not as
raped?
obvious. Anna. So it's Sweeney's wife, but played by Joanna.
Oh yeah.
So whoever plays Joanna in the show, no matter where it is always Sweeney's wife in the rape scene. Which is, so just after Sweeney goes to the pie shop, and she starts telling him what happened to his wife and what happened to everything when she realises who it is. In the film, even in the film actually I think it's played by Joanna. So in the stage show, it's definitely played by Joanna 100% of the time because you need to see the family resemblance.
Yeah.
So that when she comes on the next time, you don't question who the fuck this blonde girl is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because she's cradling a baby that's not there.
Yeah.
Because she's her and she's her.
Yeah, like she's cradling herself.
Yeah.
Doing this whole rape scene.
Yeah, that was intense. It was but then the fact that it was set so this production was kind of done like 80s style. The whole time I just kept thinking this is Victorian mental asylum, Victorian.
I do enjoy the 80s, but I do think I prefer it when it's old-fashioned. So obviously the first time I did it was dinner theatre style and wasn't really... It was set in Victorian but wasn't much. And then the first proper one at the theatre was heavily Victorian. Then when I saw it in London, I think it was in the 1940s.
Well,
And that worked really well, but I feel like the 80s, it wasn't gritty enough because of the 80s, Pirelli's driving in a car and he's this Italian sort of macho man, where in the Victorian times he's this disgusting, sleazy little thing.
Like there's certain things like the sort of absolute power of Judge Turpin.
Yeah.
The sort of human rights quality in the mental asylum, and I had another one. But basically, they're things that like make sense in Victorian London,
Yeah.
because that's how it was, and it was, you know, it was like Dickens. It's like the horrible
Really like
parts
Dickens.
of Victorian life. So
Like
putting it
when
in
I
the
did it at the
80s,
theatre, our assistant director said to watch Ripper Street, which I think was on ITV at the time, or BBC. It was like this Victorian London drama to try and get the grit into it, because they really cared about everyone having like really sunken in eyes and like really staring and not really having any worth because they were just nothing.
yeah. But then putting that into the 80s doesn't.
It worked,
It was.
but I feel like it
fun.
wasn't enough of a contrast. Like, you haven't got the
Contrast.
grittiness of the streets and the asylum where it's really disturbing. Because in the 80s it's so much lighter, which works to a general public audience, because if they go and watch something... If a general public audience goes to watch Shakespeare, they're going to hate it.
Oh, yeah,
If they watch Propeller Shakespeare set in the 80s, they'll love it.
Yeah, well, no, but with Shakespeare, I would rather Shakespeare was set in the 16th century.
See, I'd rather both really. Like, I've seen Shakespeare set in old times with RSC and also brought up to date with Propeller, and would happily go watch Propeller a million times for the same show because it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Because it gets so many people into it, and the way they use it to get these younger people involved, which worked tonight, is like as an audience member going, "Oh, Sweeney Todd, I've seen the film, let's go watch it." It really worked.
Yeah, and you could see a lot of audience members who...
And like Tina's friends from Naked Wines, who might end up watching this, and if you do, I'm probably not talking to you because you're watching this, you're my friend. But they probably don't go see much theatre, so they're not used sort of losing themselves into the 16th century or the 19th century or certain different eras. They sort of go, they can relate to it.
That's what I was going to say. So the fact that it's a completely different take on things, like a lot of these people that are not sort of that well acquainted with theatre may have only ever seen Sweeney Todd as a film, may not even know it as a theatre production. So they may think that this is like a stage show based on the film.
And I think since the film, this works, because before the film it needs to be old fashioned.
Well, they're seeing it in a completely different way.
Yeah.
So they're they've gone and seen the film and they're like, oh, now it's on stage, now it's really different, and
And they think it's a stage version of film instead of a film version of a stage show, which it should have been.
Yeah. But the fact that it's kind of it's making them interested in it, and in making them interested in the theatre putting things in a different way, is a positive thing.
And for sound ideas for upcoming shows, so Sound Ideas is now about to do Ushers in September and Priscilla in April, which I'm really hoping to do. Dan, if you're watching this, I'd like to do Priscilla. It's a brilliant show because it will get the audience into their company that don't watch theatre and don't go to theatre, go, oh, well, they're doing Sweeney Todd, we've seen the film, we love Johnny Depp, let's go watch it. They go, oh, they're doing Ushers, and they might come watch that, and Ushers is very difficult, they might hate it, they might love it. But if they skip Ushers and go straight to Priscilla, you can guarantee they'll love it, and then that's a returning customer for that company for like forever.
And Priscilla as well, which is something that it's a cult film, so not a lot of people have seen it.
But it sells out everywhere.
And it's getting, well, it's flying a flag, so to speak.
It's flying our flag.
Our flag, yeah. Lots of colours on it. What flag do you think we're talking about?
I'd like to think that my disgusting boxy strong little jawline, big cheekbone face will look nice in drag.
I'm glad that I wore this t-shirt for this video. I'm liking what's going on.
Well, Samantha's been looking at it for about 12 minutes, so...
Yeah.
Sorry, Samantha. It's a long clip for this video.
I really need the toilet.
You can go to the toilet.
Okay.
I should probably end this clip.
Probably.
I'm not going to enjoy editing it. I might not edit it. This will
No,
be another
just
half-hour long video.
Watch the whole thing. We're literally just having a conversation after a night out.
But it's not a proper conversation. It's like we're reviewing.
Yeah, we don't actually talk like this to each other all the time.
We do sometimes though. Like we talk about, we'll watch a film and discuss it.
Yeah, we talk about this kind of topic, but this isn't the voice that I use. I'm talking to you, Samantha. I use a special voice.
Well,
for
I
you.
use the same voice, unlike Samantha Miss. Well, I think my mother is such an inspiration.
No, but you sound different
My
as well
mother
because
is the best.
we're like you.
I have more diction.
You have to let people finish. Well,
naughty. I have more diction to help other people understand my English accent if they're not watching in England, to hear all of the punctuation marks and the grammar.
yeah, but it's good for people that are not from England watching this video, if there are any of you, to hear the intricacies of our accent. We're not from any particular place.
Whereas having a conversation with Ben, I tend to just make noises.
Same.
And
the cute
say, oh, we're
noises.
going on holiday, but it comes out as Holizabobs.
Ben's a bin Laden.
Ben's a bin Laden, which is Ben's and bed, but Ben's a bin Laden.
So it's like, are we going to bed? Ben's a bin Laden?
Are you going to Holizabobs instead of holidays? And
Okay, can we say goodbye now? Because I really need
go
to.
wee, I can finish this.
Oh, okay, but okay.
Say goodbye.
Adios, chica.
Because I think I need to put this up tomorrow night. So yes, this might come up tomorrow night. So I'm only working tomorrow, and then Ben's working, so I'll be home on my own. But it's a really long clip. I think I've only filmed like 2 minutes this week. Actually, to be fair, this could be a longer clip because I started this week on Tuesday. I only filmed a bit on Tuesday, a bit on Wednesday, a bit on Thursday. It's fine, it's only Friday. I had 4 days. It's like, what, 4 hours of footage? So I text you saying how your modern phone should mean that you're able to do YouTube videos for me. And you said you might start them in the future or start them at some point, and I'd like to let you know that I'm really waiting for them, because right now this whole Dear Samantha thing doesn't really work, because I look like I'm talking to myself and Samantha is me on a Saturday night. Because I've had no response. Oh, I've had one response, which was sent to me by email, and you won't let me put it on YouTube. But it's just really hard, because I want to do some bits with these videos and make them good and big, but when I'm talking to myself and know that on my Spain video I got 10 views, which, woo, watch the money roll in, like no one's watching, no one's caring, including you, and you're my sister. You're supposed to like me. I've had a lot of wine tonight. I haven't had a lot of wine. I had 2 large glasses of wine and 2 Bloody Marys. It's not that much, but all I've had to eat today is some soup. But the oven is on. You can see how messy our kitchen is. It's not that messy actually. Like, these bits are usually always there. This is a tea towel, and these bits are usually always there. It just, there's a chopping board and some bread, which makes it look messy. It's not that messy. I'm quite clean. I'm not clean. You've been to my flat. Or have you? Do you exist? No one knows. The internet does not know unless you're Fleur de Force or Mike de Force. And I'm also questioning why there is spaghetti on my table. Oh no, it's rubber. It's nice and bad. Okay. So I haven't had spaghetti in a very long time. It's worrying it's on my table. I'll have to say how clean I am. Anyway, I'm going to go 16 minutes. I'm going to hate myself editing this. And if I don't edit this, you're going to hate me for watching a 2-hour-long video.
I need to put a pizza in the oven.
You do. I'm hungry.
I'm starving.
I'm famished. Game on.
Adios, chica. Buenas noches.
Good night, Samantha. No, goodbye, Samantha. Good night.
This is love. This is